The modern work culture that glorifies deadlines, late nights, constant hustling, and fast food convenience is silently but steadily creating a cardiac crisis among young Indians. Cardiologists are now reporting an alarming rise in heart attacks, strokes, and metabolic disorders in people as young as their 20s and 30s, an age group once thought to be at minimal risk. This shift is driven by multiple interconnected lifestyle and environmental factors that are reshaping health patterns in India's youth. One of the primary culprits is the stress of competitive workplaces. Young professionals today are under constant pressure to meet deadlines, stay connected, and perform beyond limits. This environment keeps individuals glued to screens, burdened with targets, and mentally overloaded. Chronic stress raises cortisol, the stress hormone, which directly elevates blood pressure, disturbs sugar metabolism, and accelerates the wear and tear of blood vessels. Over time, these changes make arteries stiffer, more inflamed, and highly vulnerable to blockages, setting the stage for premature heart disease. Adding to this is what many doctors now call the deadline diet. Meals are often skipped or replaced with processed snacks, oily fast food, instant noodles, or sugary caffeinated drinks. These foods are calorie-dense yet nutrient-poor, stripping the body of the essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that the heart desperately needs. At the same time, they load the bloodstream with trans fats, sodium, and added sugars, which increase cholesterol and burden the arteries. Eating late at night in front of laptops or during meetings worsens the situation. These habits not only promote weight gain but also disrupt cholesterol balance by lowering HDL, the protective cholesterol, and raising LDL, the harmful cholesterol that clogs arteries. The lack of physical activity further magnifies the problem. A typical young professional spends 10 to 12 hours sitting continuously in front of a screen. This prolonged sitting is now being compared to smoking in terms of the damage it does to cardiovascular health. Sitting too long reduces circulation, lowers calorie burning, weakens muscles, and increases the likelihood of clot formation. By the end of the workday, most are too mentally exhausted to exercise, creating a cycle of inactivity that is directly linked to early-onset heart disease. Sleep deprivation is another silent killer in hustle culture. Working late into the night or pulling all-nighters is often seen as a sign of dedication, but in reality, insufficient or poor quality sleep disrupts hormonal balance. Lack of sleep increases appetite for junk food, prevents proper recovery of the heart, and is strongly linked to hypertension, obesity, and insulin resistance. These three conditions together form the foundation for early heart disease and sudden cardiac events. The COVID-19 pandemic has further complicated matters. Many young adults who recovered from the virus continue to experience lingering fatigue, chest heaviness, or unexplained breathlessness. Often dismissed as stress, these symptoms may in fact be signs of myocarditis, arrhythmias, or silent blockages. Ignoring these warning signals can prove dangerous, especially when combined with an already unhealthy lifestyle. The booming fitness and supplement industry has introduced another layer of risk. Many young people consume protein powders, pre-workouts, and fat burners without professional guidance. In excess, these supplements can strain the kidneys, liver, and heart. Coupled with irregular eating patterns, dehydration, and high-stimulant energy drinks, they can trigger dangerous heart rhythm disturbances and blood pressure spikes. The additional effects of alcohol, smoking, and late-night parties only worsen the cumulative damage. What makes this crisis particularly dangerous is that heart disease in the young rarely presents with classic symptoms. Instead of crushing chest pain, It may appear as mild fatigue, unexplained breathlessness, jaw pain, or even sudden collapse. This subtlety often delays diagnosis and increases the risk of fatal outcomes. Awareness, therefore, becomes absolutely vital for prevention. Preventing this crisis does not mean abandoning ambition or productivity. It means making smarter lifestyle choices that protect long-term health. Respecting sleep cycles, ensuring at least 30 minutes of brisk walking or moderate exercise daily, and making deliberate food choices are crucial steps. Replacing refined snacks with fruits, nuts, salads, and home-cooked meals makes a significant difference. Hydration and stress management practices such as yoga, meditation, or short breathing breaks during work are equally important. Annual heart checkups must also become a priority, especially for those with a family history of diabetes, hypertension, or heart disease. Simple screenings like cholesterol tests, blood pressure monitoring, blood sugar checks, and ECGs can help detect silent risks before they manifest into life-threatening events. Companies, too, have a responsibility. By promoting work-life balance, encouraging active breaks, and discouraging the glorification of all-nighters, workplaces can safeguard the health of their employees. On an individual level, the biggest myth to dismantle is that success requires self-neglect. In truth, a healthy heart is not an obstacle to productivity but its foundation. No deadline is worth sacrificing decades of future life. For India's youth, the message is urgent. Hustle culture and the deadline diet are not badges of honor. They are warning signs of an epidemic that can cut lives short at their prime. By making conscious choices today, young professionals can ensure not just successful careers but also long, vibrant, and heart-healthy lives.